Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, first off, yeah, I know it's been a while since I've recorded anything. Insert previous excuses here. But I was getting ready for a trip to Kansas City for some automotive stuff for some courses and classes and that kind of stuff. So I was gone for about half a week. And then I had to return the favor because my wife was watching my kids solo. I had to basically tap in for my wife so that I can watch the kid so that she can kind of just relax, because, fair's fair on this one, especially when you have a toddler. But anyway, I want to take a look and see what's inside of this time capsule machine here, because that's exactly what it is. It's a time capsule. And the reason why it's a time capsule is because of the story I got with it. So this I got from the same gentleman that I got the Power Mac G4 from, that I did a video on. I'll link down in the description. I'll put a video clip if I can find it in my archive. I'm having some issues with my NAS right now. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, he contacted me and said he had another tower. It was his storage tower for a long time. And it was one that he had built, that's when he built for him. And he asked if I was interested. And I said, well, yeah, I thought about it. And at first I about said no, because I really try to ignore these later end machines that are after the Core 2 Quad and Core 2 Duo phase, because past that point, once you start getting to the Core i series, those are really more modern CPUs, and that's more, yeah, I do deal with modern computers too, and I want to get more into modern computers, or do more with modern computers and parts and benchmarking and stuff like that. But I was like, well, not really, because if it's 2009, that's a very late, Core 2 series. I did not remember when the Core i series come out, and I'll mention that, and I'll explain why that here in a second. But I went and looked at it, and I thought, well, the case is neat, and if need be, if there's any junk parts in here, I can just take them to the scrapyard to trade out for better parts, or I could sell them on eBay or something to make a couple bucks to help fuel the channel, which I've done time or two. But anyway, I went and looked at it, and he said he had it built in 2009, early 2010, somewhere right around there, basically right when Core 2 Quad was being phased out for the Core i series. And he said he had not done any upgrades to this machine since then. The only parts he put in here after that fact was storage drives. Now, I kind of mentioned this in that previous video. This guy I'd known for years. He was a photographer for many years. He took my baby pictures, my sister's. He took all our school photos. He took my wedding photos, several people's wedding photos. He was a photographer for decades. And he used this to store all of his photos that he had taken previously, and that he had taken up until the point he retired. So yeah, that's why he had so much storage. In fact, I think he said when he built this, he didn't even fully remember either. He said that it had 3 drives in RAID. I think they were 250 or 240 gigabyte mechanical drives. And when he pulled this from service, he retired from taking photography stuff, selling his equipment. He pulled the drives out because he still, owned those photos, because he was a licensed photographer. He owned the rights to like my wedding photos and other people's wedding photos, that kind of stuff. That's a lot of photographers work that way. I think he said he pulled like 4 2-terabyte SSDs out of here, which would have been nice parts to have for a future project I'm working on. But anyway, they're his. And I just told him I don't keep hard drives anyway. I try not to anyway. But yeah, so I brought this thing home and put it on my bench. I haven't really messed with it until I was moving some PC cases around and that kind of stuff, and trying to get better organized down here. I noticed that I didn't notice it before, but it said Core i5 inside, like the old Pentium inside stickers. And that made me realize this might be a 1st or 2nd gen Core i series, which hopefully it's the 1st gen, because I do not have any 1st gen Core series. I kind of think it'd be neat to, at some point, get each generation, at least a comparable CPU from each generation, and kind of do a benchmark to see the evolution of, whatever's in here. It might be a Core i3, it might be a Pentium. Or, well, actually it says Core i5. I don't know why I just said that, but you get my point. Basically, benchmark each of the i5s of each generation, see how they all improved. So, we're going to take this bad boy apart and see what parts are in it, because I have not opened it up since I've gotten it. He said he blew the dust out of it for the most part, but I don't really know. But yeah, let's take a look at it. We have a opening here for a fan, which there's no fan there. The back here, I'm curious to see what motherboard's in here, because we have the standard legacy PS2 mouse and keyboard port, like a lot of motherboards had during this time, because that's right, you know, not everyone had switched to USB keyboards. There are 10. I just had to recount. USB 2.0 ports on the back of this board, plus 2 eSATA ports, which I think, if I remember correctly, somebody please correct me. I believe they're USB 2.0, but they're like a faster speed USB 2.0, if I remember correctly. Firewire 1394 port, 6-channel audio, some kind of video card, and a large Antec 3 120 millimeter fan. So I'm assuming this is an Antec case. I haven't really found any pictures online of this particular model yet, which, side tangent, I got a comment on my Windows XP video that somebody actually told me what the model number is of the case I used. He recognized it and remembered the model number, so I Googled it and it popped right up. So yeah, I need to do a follow-up to that anyway, because I messed something up on my part 2. But yeah, let's get it open and see what parts are in here. By the way, I love toolless chassis. That looks like it could be a hinge, but it's not. All right, let's bring the camera a little closer so you can see the mess on my bench. Okay, so we have a Antec True Power Trio. It is a 550 watt. That's an odd number for a power supply, honestly. To me anyway, because I'm used to, like, because usually I see like a jump from 500 to 600 or 500 to 650. But yeah, oh, it's one of these annoying speed selectable cooling fans. That's fine. Generic Intel stock cooler. We have a MSI P55M-GD45 motherboard. Let's Google that real quick. Okay, so that is actually a socket 1156. That is the first gen. I don't know what CPU it has in it yet. A lot of support for the first gens. Actually, it's a pretty capable board. It's more of a workstation board, it seems, from what I'm getting. Okay. And it released 2009. So this is a 2009 machine, basically. Video card, we have a N2200 GT. I'm sorry, N220 GT. Okay. I'm back, everyone. Sorry for the audio shift. My wireless microphone died, so I'm back to my old shotgun mic. So anyway, yes, video card is basically a GT 220, so not the most powerful video card. In fact, specifically, it is a, I just Googled it, so it's the N220 GT -1G, so it's a 1 gigabyte DDR3 GT 220. Not really meant for gaming, but he never really intended to game on this thing anyway, so not a huge, deal. As for RAM, I just got done pulling the stupid thing out when I realized my microphone died. I'm sorry. But it is a Corsair XMS3 DDR3, 1600 megahertz, 4 gig each. So this thing has a full complement of 16 gigabyte of RAM. Technically speaking, this thing would run Windows 10 and might be able to do some gaming, depends on what CPU's in here. I know it says i5, but yeah, again, I don't know until I power this thing up. We have 6 available SATA slots, SATA ports. 4 are filled, so this thing had 4 drives in it total, including whatever boot drive was in it. So yeah, this front panel I think comes off somehow. Yeah. Ooh, it's hinged. So it's kind of like a server case. If anyone recognizes this specific Antec case, it's got thumb screws here to undo this front cage, which holds one Antec 90mm clear fan. I don't think that's an LED style. Be cool if it was. Nope, it's not. So yeah, I could theoretically put another fan in here for cooling. And I don't know. I know somebody who's way more into modern PC builds might be able to tell me that 90mm intake and 120mm exhaust might be air pressure difference. But yeah, I'm not that kind of a guy. So, let's say we power this thing up, and I want to see what CPU that is, and see if this thing works as a whole. Because if it does, I have a plan for it in the future. Not right now, because obviously I want to get a better plan going and get some more stuff done. But yeah, see if it even works. I just realized, kind of excuse the mess behind me. My computer room right now is really unorganized. I'm trying to get it better. All right, and now I know why this GT 210 or 220 is in here. Because this board does not have an I/O or a video output. I kind of just realized that. Like, I was sitting here thinking, why would you even put that video card in here in such a board if you're not going to use it for anything except for file storage? Well, never mind, because it's okay. Just a generic PS2 keyboard. All right, let's see if it works. If it's not one glare, it's another. All right. Smoke show. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's no power. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Well, that ain't good. Nope, never mind. I'm just an idiot. I put this TV here so that I would... There we go. So I could just do this. Completely forgot. No signal. What, that's not good. Oh! Oh! Oop. Crap. Well, that is a really basic BIOS. Like, holy crap, what year is this? Like, seriously, does this not look like something that you would see in, like, something from, like, the 90s? Like, BIOS, not the UEFI stuff. What do we got for standard? Sunday, 3/12/23. Is that the date? Actually, I don't even know when he unplugged it. No. Yeah, it is. That is the right date. No IDE. No floppy. Hold on, error. System information. Oh, cool. Intel Core i5 750. 2.67 gigahertz. We have physical memory 8 gigabyte. Cache size is 1 gig of... Wait, what? Cache size 1024 kilobyte. Oh no, okay, I'm stupid. 1 megabyte of L1 cache, it seems, and 8 meg of L3 cache. Cool. Advanced BIOS. BIOS flash protection, full screen logo. Yeah, you know what? Let's enable that. I want to know what this splash screen looks like. Quick booting. Okay, cool. Any peripherals, USB controller enabled. RAID mode IDE. Interesting. Okay. Hardware monitor. CPU temp is already at 84 Fahrenheit. Really? Oh, that's not too bad. It's just booted, I guess. System temp is 64 Fahrenheit. CPU fan. System fan 1. Okay. Green power. BIOS password. What's cell menu? Oh, I can overclock. Really? No hyperthreading, so this is just a 4-core, 4-thread processor. Yeah, L1 cache is 256K, L2 is 1 meg, L3 is 8 meg, I knew that. It's an... Okay, it's an unlocked multiplier, but I'm already... The CPU ratio is already at its max 20 clock, so CPU features... Virtualization was on. Interesting. Turbo boost is enabled. I can adjust... Ooh, I can overclock this thing a little bit. Interesting. So this could be overclocked a little bit, but I don't know if I want to do that. Overclocking profile. Looks like he had one... Well, that's weird. It's already got one profile already named. Yeah, somebody already built an overclocking profile into this. That could just be factory, though. I don't know. Okay. Well, cool. So yeah, this thing actually works just fine. It boots. It goes in the BIOS. I think it's a little strange there's not a UEFI, but then again, this might be before that time, because I think that really started, like the graphical BIOS options. I think that kind of started, what, 3rd or 4th gen Intel, I think, if I remember correctly. But there's overclocking potential for this board. I don't know if I'm actually going to. Obviously, with it being the only 1st gen Core series parts that I have, I don't want to push it and break it. But I do have some plans for this build. For this. Basically, I'm just going to leave it as it is, except for the video card. And you may recognize it. The GTS 250 that I originally had put in my XP gaming machine. I kind of felt that was a little bit too late of a part, being from 2009, and I kind of wanted to stick around 2007, 2008. Basically, I wanted to stick within that 06 to 10 time frame, and this was pushing that time frame. This was released in 2009. In fact, I think this specific version was early 2010. So I'm going to replace that GT 220 with the GTS 250. Same amount of RAM, but obviously higher clocked core. Just overall better video card. And basically what I'm going to do with this is install Windows 7. Either 32-bit or 64-bit. If I do 32-bit, I'm going to pull 2 of those RAM sticks out and use them somewhere else. But yeah, I'm happy. So yeah, with that being said, thank you everyone for watching this video. If you liked it, hit the like button, comment down below if you want to see this machine again sooner rather than later. If I can find some games that do not require Steam, DRM bullcrap, or any online activational bullcrap that I can put on here to run and test, that, then great, I'll try it. So yeah, with that being said, thank you everyone for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. My channel is slowly growing. Put down in the comments if you know what kind of what chassis model number this is. I kind of want to know. I kind of get this weird impression it's a server chassis, like a small one for like home use, but I can't quite tell because I know it just says Antec and only on the fans and the power supply, but it might not be an Antec case. I guess I don't know. Only reason why I say that, it's for my own amusement to know what it is. Somebody did find the actual model numbers for the cases for the case I showed in the XP build video. So that's actually really amusing to me. I love finding that kind of stuff out. If I can find some games that don't require Steam's DRM bullcrap or online activation where I can just install it onto here and play it, put down in the comments if you know what kind of games could run on here, especially with the 750 i5 and the GTS 250 that I'm going to pop in here. But yeah, anyway, thank you everyone for watching the video. Checking out this amazing 2009 time capsule. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.